Right, so I have returned once again today to actually do something slightly different, as I always tend to do on this channel. As we know, next week happens to... Hello, YouTube. That kicked in way too fast and kind of scared me. As we know, next week happens to be the Netflix release of Devilman Crybaby, aka, to the word correctly, aka the only thing I care about next year. And it looks pretty freaking amazing, I must say. It looks territory of anime. And I thought, you know what might be a good idea to go back in time ever so slightly and actually go and actually watch the OG OVA of Devilman, aka the one called The Birth. But it's a bit different today because 9 out of 10 times we watch everything subbed. Today we're watching this dubbed because, as we know, as everyone knows, the actual dub of this show is absolutely fantastic. It's the greatest thing ever. It's actually probably the greatest dub besides Ghost Stories. So yeah, if we're watching this, if anyone else is watching this, go watch the dub because the dub is actually magical of the whole entire thing. And actually, yeah, it's on YouTube right now anyway, so do not worry about it. It's actually there, so you can just go watch it freely. Anyway, so yeah, let's actually see what goes down in Devilman the Birth. Because I remember there's actually like about 4 different versions of the show. There's the original like Toei one. There's the 009 versus Devilman, which was like 2000 and something. It was 2013 or something. Something around that territory of time. And then we had the other one, which was this one, which had a sequel, which I think is like an OVA as well, I believe. And then yeah, I think that's it, if I remember correctly, of the Devilman chronological order of stuff. And also Crybaby as well, that's out next week. So anyway, let's begin this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin now. Oh man, nobody knows how excited I was to actually kind of watch this. I was like, you know what? Today we stop everything, we watch this show because this show is absolutely magical. Oh man, that OG aspect ratio. Effing takes me back to the good old days. And also like the fact there was actually a recommendation to watch Gazi's Wing afterwards. I was like, these people know. These effing people know the memes. If anyone knows about Gazi's Wing, everyone knows about Gazi's Wing. The show's effing magical as well. Oh man, this is some OG beat right here. This is some OG beat. This is a territory of OG so much that you actually technically give birth to a new word of the OG. Uh-oh. This is Blue Velvet beat right there. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, this whole entire place is beautiful. Oh no, there's murder. It's like, oh, all right, David Lynch, where are you? Jesus Christ, like something straight out of a David Lynch film. I missed the good old days back in the day, where you had like Gundam Wing. You had all the good stuff back in the day, all the good stuff. Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed to an extent, though it was actually not as good as Wing. You had all the dank stuff back in the day. Yeah, this OST though, this OST, pretty freaking good. And so ends effing that to the goddamn title screen. Oh man. I miss the OG dubs. Like the OG dubs. They were some of the greatest things ever. Well, there goes that guy. We hardly knew you. We hardly knew you. I couldn't tell from his muffled screams the fact that he might actually be in trouble. Because he just screamed pretty freaking loudly, and no one else just heard him like go, "Oh my god, I'm in trouble." No one else heard him. The poor dude. There's the man himself. There is the man himself. Oh man. Oh jeez. Great reference to the fact. Oh yeah, by the way, I just hit the bucket. It's like clearly we got that much, bro. We got that much, bro. We got that much. Bit messed up. just, just that stare. just that stare, just like no words, just spoken, just went. Wow. Oh god, this show is magical. I guess that ends that. It's like, thank you for saying F you to me, because now I clearly actually understand the fact that you've got some balls. I actually can't do anything to you. Wow. That works so goddamn well. That's pretty good. Oh, oh, oh. Well, I like how the shots just hang ever so slightly more than they should do. Like just by about a second more than they should. It just brings home the whole entire thing. Oh man, this is so OG. There's the man himself. There is the man himself. There is the memes. There is the meme man. Oh Jesus. That was great. Oh man. Jeez. Jeez. I like how he's so accepted of the whole entire situation, though he's just realized it was him about 10 minutes ago. So, oh yeah, it's him. I'll go with him. Seems pretty freaking okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, the setup and payoff for that one scene was perfect. Oh, Jesus. Why is everyone so nonchalant in this thing as well? Everyone's really nonchalant at all the events. Don't know why, just a dub completely destroys the whole entire scene. Turns out otherwise should be a terrifying scene into something kind of, sort of, in a way, comedic. Unintentionally funny. I have no idea why. He tried to kill you. That's incredible. And then he died. Oh god. I always say he's pretty accepted the whole entire thing going on. He's just like, okay, I'll go along with it. Just without asking questions too much. Ask one or two, but that's about it. He'll go through everything else. Like, screw it, why not? Jesus. Rio is the man. He is literally the man. Why's he got like that smile just then when he's saying that? Kind of a terrifying smile. Lies. Lies. Oh man, had to have the wind. Had to be the wind as well. He's really, really accepting of everything. He's just so questioning a little tiny bit. It's like, oh no, wait a minute, no, this ain't good. I'm getting out of here. And now he's like, yeah, why not? Well, that was quite an experience. Twas quite the experience. Where did the water come from? That is one way to actually include the idea of the underworld. His line delivery is amazing. Some of the best line delivery ever. Oh man, he just got Resident Evil'd. Literally, the age-old thing of you think a corridor is okay when you walk down it. Oh my god, well things just come out of nowhere. Clearly, that just happened there. uh, I will never, ever not say this dub's a magical thing. This dub's a magical thing. Where's the shotgun come from? Is it always there? I just never noticed it. I'm not even too sure. I mean, all hell is breaking loose, quite literally. He's still very nonchalant. I mean, would it actually take two shotgun blasts to actually take down a car? Especially if you're just aiming at the door. I don't know. I question thine logic, Devil Man. You just hate it when your car door gets demonically possessed and tries to murder you. Oh man, this show is magical. It'd be funny if he came back to life. And, I'm not dead, by the way. I'm actually alive. Completely. Good place to hide it. A good place to hide it, I must say. He's pretty acceptive. Makes sense. Yo, how's it going? How is it hanging, fam? Oh, I am by watching the best OVA ever made. It's literally straight up the best OVA ever made. Also, the best dub ever made as well. This is literally just turns the best buddy cop movie ever made. Like the best, literally the best buddy cop movie ever made. In the space of like 1 second. I see, I saw on Twitter. I need to go actually with my phone. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah, I remember I saw that earlier on. I saw that earlier on. They're actually simulcasting it now. I was like, Netflix boys, you've done it. You hit the good times. They're actually good at simulcasting everything now because beforehand it was like, bros, we need the anime. It's like, wait, you ain't getting it, fam. Now it's like, fam, you're getting it. Or like, oh, so all Amazon shows on High Dive. Sweet. I actually have Amazon Prime, so it's not a problem, but it's a bit more easier than have to go on Amazon because their codec on Amazon's terrible. I hate Amazon's codec because it always constantly buffs. It's really annoying after a while. I think Netflix has only got like one other show come out this season anyway. I think they've only got Crybaby and When Evergarden. That's about it. I think. I think in March I've got another OVA series coming out, but I believe the only show they've got coming out is Evergarden technically. But High Dive, I remember seeing most of the things so far being announced as Crunchyroll and High Dive, which is good. Yeah, be the beginning. That's it. It's the one by Production IG, if I remember correctly. Uh oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. This show's magical. It's just the what? It's just like kind of the weirdest soundtrack to put with this scene, but it works so goddamn well. I don't know why. Oh Jesus. Oh man, this if that's the case, then goddamn, goddamn, the '90s were magical then, because the '90s housed like most of the goddamn dank stuff, like Garzy's Wing and stuff like that. I'd imagine he sold his soul to the same person that the guy who directed Garzy's Wing sold his soul to, because Garzy's Wing's magical as well. But there we are. It's happened. Everyone's now a demon. I completely forgot it's actually meant to be scary and actually a horror anime, but it's actually just the most unintentionally hilarious thing ever. uh, I think this OVA is like 20 years old, yet it's one of the most quoted things ever. Also, Kira's actually really ripped as well. Man's got bare muscles. I think the dub for the new one should have kept the original dub people, just from the '90s. Just keep it all the same. Don't forget, with a demon, you've got to suppress the demon first. Otherwise, you get your soul overtaken by said demon, and actually, then you lose all sense of your own humanity. That's that's something you got to be careful with. You don't accidentally become a demon and actually become a demon afterwards. That'd be bad. He's gone mad. That is true, kind of, I must say. It's very much dependent on the person. Most of the time, people do have a good idea of how to suppress a demon, but you get those random people like, oh yeah, Just do what the F you want, mate. And you're like, oh, god damn it. Why were you given demon powers in the first place? That does happen sometimes with certain people. It's just the most obvious thing ever. It's like, he doesn't look like Akira anymore. It's like, well, to recollection, I don't think Akira's that at all. Like, freaking ripped to shreds and then had that much hair, to my recollection of Akira about 5 minutes ago. But that is true. They also got Saint Seiya next season as well. I think they also got another one also in spring as well, if I remember correctly, or Saint Seiya summer. One of the two. But I think originally they were meant to somehow cast Violet Evergarden in Singapore originally to kind of test part the whole entire thing. I guess it must have meant effort. Let's just do it everywhere and just kind of just how they did it. Which is actually not a bad idea, to be honest. Because I remember it was meant to be Singapore only, but now clearly they've just went, screw it, why not? And so, oh no, I've killed all these people. What the F just happened? Oh, really? I never actually heard anything about it. That's actually kind of weird. Because out of 10 times, there's always that leak that comes up. I had no idea they actually announced it. Because again, it was meant to just be Singapore only. There was simulcasting too, but not anymore, they're not. And so ends that magical experience. Oh, man. I'm still kind of surprised it's actually meant to be scary. Well, it's actually meant to be, it's classified as a horror. I'm like, is it though? It's just the most funniest thing ever. Maybe it's just Mickey disappeared completely. Like after that one scene that she was like, "Oh yeah, don't go with him," disappears completely off that point. I want to know what happened to Mickey after that point, but no, she's gone. Kenji Kawai did the music for it as well. Holy crap, Kenji Kawai! Oh, Devilman Crybaby looks like be the best thing ever. Like besides Sangatsu, and Gintama, but it does look freaking incredible. Like I just keep on rewatching the third PV over and over again because it just looks so freaking good. I'm like, where's this show been my whole entire life? Why wasn't this like in the 90s though? To be honest, I would never ever change anything for this OVA. This OVA is a magical experience. This is one of those ones that I think everyone has to watch at one point in their life. They have to watch this OVA just because of how magical it is. It just represents the whole entirety of the 90s in a nutshell. Was it the 90s or the 80s with this one? Can't remember. It's one of the two decades. But god damn it, it's so freaking good. It's so unintentionally hilarious. I could tell they're not trying to be funny about it, but it's the fact is the actual dub just destroys every single scene to a point that it just becomes laughable. Maybe they actually were trying to do that since the beginning. Because I remember correctly, the manga's pretty funny sometimes as well, unintentionally. Like it has its moments. He's like, you meant to be scared or like kind of like scared or anything like that. I was 87. I was close then. It's either the 80s and the 90s. I couldn't remember. It's even better actually. Man didn't be back in the 80s today. Man didn't be back in the 80s. Yeah, but goddamn. I would never change anything for this OVA, to be honest. Like if Netflix were to basically just remake this entire OVA, but with better animation and then also the original dub cast, I'd be completely content. I'd be like, yep, screw it, do it. Like just do it, Netflix. I will pay for lifetime of Netflix for just for that. Because it'd just be amazing, but clearly not. But yeah, still, Crybaby looks amazing. I can't wait for it. That's why I actually kind of did this one today. It's like I need to watch some Devilman before I watch the new one. Oh man, Rio is basically just he's a treasure. I think they did actually make something in between though. They made the sequel to this. They made something in 2004, I believe. And they did the one about they did the one that's the 009 Cyborg versus Devilman. I was like, oh, there's more than I imagined. Because you have the original Toei like anime from like even before this one, which was like its own thing, if I remember correctly. Then you have this one, you have the sequel, then you have the 009 versus Devilman, you have just the new one. Which, if I remember correctly, is actually its own thing as well. It's not. Is it following the manga or not? It is very big. It's like, isn't it considered one of the like kind of the crowning things? So nowadays, it has the same fate as most things from the 80s or the 90s or 70s. It just becomes laughable and hilarious for the wrong reasons. Oh man, I have no idea. I have no idea where this show came from, but I'm so glad it exists. Just for some reason, it's just like one of those things that it's like a fever dream at this point. This show's a fever dream. Something that was just there. He was like, yeah, thank the gods this exists. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, since the global warming's happening, you might actually release all the demons. It's like, oh, yeah. So I can imagine it's pretty big, old the global warming thing. If you've had to open up the goddamn underworld and actually maybe release goddamn Satan upon the world, yeah. I think it's pretty big. Yeah, global warming's pretty freaking bad. It's just I love how nonchalant Kira was about the whole entire thing. It's just like, yeah, I haven't seen you in about 10 freaking years, but just go along with you. Like he had one moment when he questioned everything. He's like, yeah, I should get out of here, shouldn't I? He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. He's all like, nope, you ain't leaving. It's like, damn it, I'm too deep in this now. It's like, Jesus Akira, why would you do that? And then at the end, he basically becomes Devilman. He becomes Devilmandom. But yeah, Jesus Christ, this show is magical. If you haven't watched this one already, but you haven't ever seen anything Devilman related, do go and watch this. It's actually kind of magical in its own way. Also, go back and watch the original anime as well, like the kind of, I think it's 64 episodes, I believe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I believe I have somewhere the old Devilman page on Mao. Alternative version of Devilman. 39 actually, not 64. It's 39. Yeah, just go watch that as well. That show's pretty magical as well in its own way. It's just like I don't understand how half of what was half of those things that were happening, but it's just like, yeah, it's just the dub just kind of carried the whole entire experience along. Probably the sub explains a lot more. Dub just like, yeah, demons, take them down, bro. It's like, okay, all right, we'll just do that then. It's like, sweet, all right, we've done it. It's like, oh, okay, end of the film. And then Rio might be dead. It's like, you can't kill Rio. He's just too cool to die. The Mandem is just the fam. He can't die. He can't die. It's Rio. He's like the cool dude. Comes back after 10 years and goes, yo. And the hell, he's all like, yeah, sure, why not? Oh man, Devilmandem's a pretty freaking cool show. But yeah, so next Friday is the release of Devilman Crybaby on Netflix. So until then. Yeah, no, it's actually like it's lower than one core, but I think it's one full swoop release of the whole entire thing, so it's actually not so bad. So you just do like free, and probably 3 and 2, I think, if I can do math correctly. So yeah, until then, see you guys later. So with all that said up indeed being the drive, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and hello, how's it going? Hello. Greetings. Just do my streams actually appearing people's recommendations now then? Because 9 out of 10 times things just randomly happen. Like with YouTube, it's like it hits you at random points on YouTube. It's like it never works with you most of the time, but sometimes it might just do something magical. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit if you have enjoyed what I do here. And you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next Friday with Devilman Crybaby, see you guys then. Bye for now.